I mean, we pulled it so tight and we couldn't believe it. The turnbuckles didn't even bend in at all. You know what I'm saying? You know it's tight. You can stand on the top rope and everything. And then we were like, fuck, we need to turn up the covers. We just happened to find a big ass roll of tape. I don't know what it was used for, but it was like clear tape and it had the hockey team, the Red Wings, the logos all around it.
The point is,
taped all that up.
We built a
We've been marked since we were little kids.
We built a ring that was actually decent. You could climb the ropes. You know, it was real, very high quality. Even in today's.
Oh, then we found some carpet, put the carpet down, spray paint.
The carpet stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about 12 and 13-year-old kids. I think
we stunk anyhow.
I'm still impressed by what we were able to build in that.
I got a picture of that.
So the point is, we're watching wrestling. We had to do it because we've always been the type of people, no bullshit, that, you know, if we got involved in something as fans, we had to get involved in it ourselves, you know, especially for little kids. So we had that ring built. We would run events like every 2 weeks. We put flyers in the neighborhood.
Well, then seriously, I don't know why, maybe we did do it. We're trying to send letters to Vince McMahon to like try to convince him to come out with a kids league, and that's when.
That'll show you how young we were.
Right, yeah.
Young-minded too.
Like he's just gonna have like some 10-year-olds out there doing a TLC match.
When we became 17, 18, hip hop started to overtake our passion for wrestling as #1 passion. You know, we fought it because I didn't even bother paying attention to school at all because I knew I was going to be a pro wrestler. 1,000%. Like we bragged about the shit as if we were already doing it. Like we were so fucking confident we were going to be wrestlers. We didn't give a fuck about anything in school that had nothing to do with it because we thought, how does this apply to our professional wrestling life? We don't need it. We didn't even bother paying any attention. Now that might not be a good thing to hear, but the point is, we were so driven and we believed in ourselves so incredibly hard that failure wasn't even an option. And I'm not bullshitting. Like we didn't want to be wrestlers. We knew
we were wrestlers. Right. We didn't want to. We were.
We knew it, and there was no question about it. So there was no way we weren't going to be wrestlers. I don't know if anybody knows what the secret is. The laws of attraction. They call it the secret. It's like if you want something bad enough, you put the power of positive thinking to it, and you will eventually get it, no matter what it is. Like
you always keep your eyes on the prize. You constantly keep your eyes on the prize. You know,
you're gonna eventually get it.
Right.
You know, it's like that.
If you live, eat, and breathe, and that's all you give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying? Then chances are you probably gonna make it there.
And that's real shit. Like that's in all my findings in life, I realized that's more true than anything. Like if you actually absolutely 100% know you're gonna be doing that, you're gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it works out. But at 17, 18 years old, hip hop started to overtake it, and we didn't want to fuck up our course in life, which was wrestling. We knew we were gonna be wrestlers. All of a sudden, this love for hip hop was enormous, and we're like, man. But we want to be wrestlers. We're like lying to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right. And at this point, I was so small and skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you all know, like, if somebody has super love for wrestling, but they're too small, what do they end up doing? Either refereeing or managing.
We're talking about back then.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I was his manager basically in the beginning.
Yeah, this is back before. You know, this is shit. This is the 60s. this is like at late 80s. You know, there was all the only wrestlers were these giant, tall, huge guys. You know, that's the way it was back then. You know?
Right, or like beer belly. You know what I'm saying? Like
old fat guys.
Style
you know?
Motherfuckers. You know?
And but I remember the actual day that we gave into what was already reality, but we finally admitted it out loud, which was we knew we were going to be rappers for a living. So we admitted that to ourselves, and then jumped on that path, you know. And there was no failure. There was no fucking failure. Like I can't stress that enough, you know. And we weren't given any breaks. We weren't given any. I'm not going to sit here and go on forever about all the dues we paid. The point is, believe in your fucking self, man. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a corny motivational speech. I'm for real. You believe in yourself. You know, there's no way you're gonna fail. Nobody's gonna come do shit for you. And that goes with anything in life.
Especially if you want to be a wrestler.
You believe in yourself, there's no feeling it, you know. So anyway, we get into hip hop and everything, and by the time we had our first gold record, which was in '96, I'd say it's 97.
We had a warehouse in like an office, you know what I'm saying? So we bought an actual wrestling ring, like a real wrestling ring, you know? Of course we like padded it up like crazy, you know what I'm saying? But
we had a steel cage, and the first thing we did when we had any money was buy a wrestling ring.
right.
And then we had a steel cage, we had a sound system with whole lights.
Every day we'd at least have an Iron Man match. You know what I'm saying? At least one. You know,
But check it out, true story, no bullshit. '97, the WWE called us. They said, we want you guys to make the ring music for this team we got called the Oddities. And we said, you guys know we wrestlers? We're wrestlers? And they're like, what are you talking about? And they had no idea.
Yeah, by this point, we were doing in our warehouse. We wrestle on Sunday. We invite like all kinds of local bands and our friends and family and all that. And then the following Sunday, we wrestled for a guy named Malcolm Monroe, who was a promoter out of Detroit.
I'm gonna jump
so
back.
We like flip flop each Sunday back and forth.
I don't want to confuse you guys, but I just want to wrap just the point I was making. They called us, okay, and said, you know, they wanted us to make the ring music. We said, we are wrestlers. We're wrestlers, and next thing you know, we're on a plane going to Connecticut to wrestle and do a showcase for Tom Pritchard.
Yeah, the training shits. Tom Pritchard and Tommy Pritchard.
And he's got it filming for Vince McMahon, right? Now, the point is, by that point, we had already put that much positive energy and positive thought into knowing we're going to be wrestlers, right? When we were kids. That even when we abandoned that goal and started working towards something else, we had already mentally paid those dues. So wrestling came to us. I'm not bullshitting. Wrestling knocked on our fucking door and was basically like, come on in. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, it wasn't our wrestling skills that got us into the WWE, but it was that positive thought that we applied as kids. And then when we abandoned that goal and jumped on another one, it came back to us and said, hey, don't you want this? And we were like, fuck yeah, we want that, you know? And so we got to go to WWE as like a fun leisure thing. You know,
like a little novelty.
Something to do on the weekends sort of thing. You know, it was insane, the chances of that. But that's my point on that. But going back to when we were kids, we started, you know, we got too big to be wrestling in the backyards. There was a local promoter, his name was Malcolm Monroe, Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe, and he wrestled in the Sheik days at Cobo Arena. Big time wrestling. Bobo Brazil, the Sheik, you know, fucking
the Kangaroos.
The fabulous Kangaroos, you know, just endless. The Sheik, everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say the original Sheik. Yeah, he was the fucking man. He was the first one in all of wrestling to do, you know, deathmatch style shit. And you guys probably think I'm full of shit when I say that. I'm telling you, he was the fucking innovator of hardcore shit. That's just all there is to it. But so Malcolm's running local shows once a month, and
this is when ECW was on fire before.
No, we were before that. Yeah, our first match ever, 91.
Yeah, but I'm saying with Malcolm Monroe, like he had it was like hardcore shit constantly. What was he?
No, that was the mid '90s. I'm talking about our first Corporal Daniels.
Oh, back then, yeah, that was like in the Ice Arena in Taylor and all that stuff.
So this is before rap and everything. This is when I'm 19. Okay, when I just started my rap career, I still loved wrestling. So we ended up becoming independent wrestlers, working for the local independents. This is before rap, before any of this. People don't know this about us, but we were actually independent wrestlers. He was my manager. I went by the name Corporal Daryl Daniels, and we traveled around the Midwest, taking wrestling bookies, you know, and I'd say, salute the corporal, because my brother was in the Army, and he would send me all his Army gear, and I'd be wearing that shit. I had a mullet somehow, but I was supposed to be in the Army.
Wait, it was the 80s, and you were a wrestler. Of course you had a mullet. Would you have?
So, eventually, yeah, we became independent wrestlers, and I'll be honest, part of the reason we abandoned the dream and fell in love with hip hop and wanted to do that more was once we got to the other side of the dressing room, it wasn't the same, man. It was for us. It was much funner being a fan.
Like to this day, like I don't wrestle no more because like I had a couple like spine surgeries, but like definitely I miss being in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the ring, there's nothing like it, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You get so lost, you don't even realize which way is which. You know what I'm saying? And I miss that part of it, but being backstage and all that, you know what I'm saying?
It really wasn't what we wanted it to be. You know, I'm sure you guys all know what it's like now. Everything's so loud here, but like
everybody's just like, you know, fucking just battling for position and a couple extra minutes and this and that.
And it was a different time in the locker room.
And this was still big kayfabe time.
Yeah,
you know
this is you know, legit style when we say this. It was all old fat guys or big jacked up guys. There was no smaller guys.
Yeah, no, like,
there was no young guys. There was 2 other young faces in the dressing room on our first matches. And interesting enough, or those 3, there was Sabu, there was Rob Van Dam, and his tag team partner Dango. And they were something Express.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
But those were the 3 young dudes aside from us. And all the old guys used to give us shit constantly. You know what I mean? How's that rapping going?
And for some odd reason, wrestlers love hanging out naked in the dressing room. So just big sticks.
Right over our shoulders and shit. You know,
You're just sitting there to be bending over, tying my fucking boots up, your ass right in your face.
It was hard. It was hard on that side of the
dressing room smells like protein shits.
Yeah, it was, you know, but you know, we felt pretty proud to do that, to even get to that stage, to actually get money for wrestling was like an epic thing for us. But hip hop had overtaken it, so our dreams, so we kind of moved past that. So after getting in the Midwest and doing that for a while, independently, we jumped into rap. And that's, you know, years went by. Now it's 95, it's 96, 97 actually. WWE called us. And we wrestled for Tom Pritchard, and they filmed it for Vince McMahon. Next thing you know, we were ready to debut with WWE on fucking SummerSlam at Madison Square Garden.
One more can
I
you
don't
ask
think
me?
those words are coming out of my face right now. To think that
The only thing that could have beat that was that WrestleMania there, but yo, I ain't complaining. That shit was a dream come true, you know what I'm saying? Dream
Madison fucking Square Garden.
And then, yo, straight up, I don't get starstruck, you know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to meet nobody, whatever. Humans are humans, whatever. But meeting Vince McMahon, holy shit, the pitch oh shit. And he actually knew our shit and knew the shit we had going on and stuff, you know? So our wigs were just so blew back, you know what I'm saying? It was
Man,
crazy.
our fucking, we get there, we needed to paint up. And we said, we need someone with a mirror. And they're like, well, all the boys are together. And we're like, yeah, but there's no mirror there. We just need a mirror. So they stuck us, this is no lie, they stuck us in a dressing room. There was only 2 other people in there. It was the fucking Undertaker and Stone Cold. And they're going over the fucking spots. And we're sitting where you're at, looking in the mirror, painting up, not saying a word.
Right. Right. Just, you know, eavesdropping like a motherfucker, person like me, you know, like we don't care. But,
I mean, we've always wondered what was going on back there, and that to that extent. And we're sitting there listening to these 2 go over their spots, and all these questions that we've had since we were kids are being answered rapidly fast. You know, like of course things are different on the independent scene, but to be there with them, you know what I mean, was staggering. You know,
and then especially at first, he didn't want to use us like actually wrestling that much. You know what I'm saying? So he just had us doing this stupid shit, coming out to the ring.
Yeah, we're like, we want to be involved. We want to do something physical, you know. And so we did. I think we tripped somebody that night for something, pulled their legs and tripped them. But next thing you know, we were like, when's the next show? And we didn't know this, but they were like, you guys. Vince Russo was like, you guys want to continue? We're like, hell yeah. And he's like, I'll go talk to me. He came back and he's like, you guys want to be at Raw tomorrow? We're like, fuck yeah. No. So we went somewhere else in Connecticut, I believe, that night, and we were on Raw. you know, we continued
now,
doing it.
Here goes the thing though, we never made 1 penny from wrestling for WWF, you know what I'm saying? Or
They paid us though. They paid us.
They play, yeah, chicken scratch or feed, whatever the fuck. But like the whole deal was they were supposed to play our video during like the thing, you know what I'm saying? Or put one of our commercial spots during Raw, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it started out, we were just happy to be there.
Right.
Right then, we're touring so hard with the bands
the money somehow.
that it became work because every Monday or every other Monday they filmed every other Monday and the other show
Right, you had to
was
fly out, wrestle, fly
we had to
back,
fly out, you
It
know,
was
wherever
getting a
they're
little
at.
bit crazy.
So after like a month and a half, we started saying, oh, and the other thing was we were getting all this exposure.
We
but
never signed contracts when we were done.
People thought, a lot of wrestling fans thought we were like a gimmick. They didn't know we actually had CDs in the store. You know, and that was a big concern for us because we didn't want to be known as the wrestling.
Right, we don't want to be rock and wrestling type shit.
Yeah, we wanted to, people know we actually had CDs out and shit. And so we kept saying, look, we're not in this for the money, and the exposure is great, but it's bringing us a lot of wrestling exposure, and our concerns, you know, how we feed our kids and shit. We didn't have kids. How we fed our wallets was how we fed our wallets was money, you know. So we were like, was rap. So we were like, how about you guys air some of our video? You know, air some of our video or a commercial on Raw that says CDs available now, Insane Clown Posse. One commercial, you know what I mean? And they were like, deal. So we're like, cool. Yeah, we're gonna air it. We sent them the commercial and shit. We continued wrestling. Week after week after week after week, they didn't air the commercial. And Vince Russo was talking hella shit about For Sure Tonight, you know? And we actually started to get heated about it because they kept promising, or Vince Russo kept promising, I don't even know if WWE ever even knew we had a commercial. We were just going by it. And I'm not talking.
We got one ready for him to go up. We gave it to him, I think, to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking shit about Vince Russo. I'm just telling you what happened. You know what I'm saying? He was saying this stuff, and we were like, you know, we'd come back to the hotel, and we'd ask our manager, did they run that commercial? And he'd be like, no. We'd be like, fuck, what? Super mad because it was these promises being thrown around, you know? But
I mean, ultimately, there's 2 things that led to us leaving WWF, and one was that, you know what I'm saying, and the other one was, you know, they started putting us with the headbangers, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, when we were in WWF, none of the boys really liked us that much because they just thought because we were rappers, we got a free ride to the big time, you know what I'm saying?
Which is true.
So they were salty, you know what I'm saying?
They didn't know we actually wrestled.
Right, they had no clue we knew how to work, nothing. They just thought we were a couple assholes up in there, you know what I'm saying? Just because we put out records, we get to be on the same level as them, you know? And so the headbangers used to be real stiff and put it to us, you know what I'm saying? And so then whatever, so then they switched it around so it was gonna be us selling out the IDs and joining the headbangers. And which would have been fine, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because we got to turn heel, all that cool shit, you know. And then what happened was we got to the arena, and Vince Russo was like, okay, here goes the big switch over tonight. You guys are gonna go in the ring. Louis Vachon's gonna come down and beat the shit out of you guys. We're just like,
we didn't want to be real tough guys. We didn't have a problem with that.
You know, come on, it's like, you know, that was just totally make us look like busters. You know what I'm saying? Just taking both of us on and kicking our ass.
And that's legit what they had. Like, she was gonna kick both of them. I'm like, the
Both
other
of us.
guy's gonna get some licks in. He's like, no, that's the whole thing. She's just gonna fuck you guys up. You know?
Right. So between that and then not showing our commercial, you know what I'm saying? We called our manager and he's just like, look, man, that's just such a bad light to be seen, and just bounce, man, get out of there. And then no bullshit. Like, she was in the gorilla position waiting to go out. We walked right in the fucking side door of the arena, jumped in a cab.
Yeah. Right out, you know, like
just
right
like
on
that.
the side of the arena. And
I mean, we did do them kind of dirty.
That's really fucked up of us. That was really.
Yeah, that was very unprofessional.
Mad fucking unprofessional. I mean, we walked right out on them. That was super.
You can get walked out on harder. You know what I'm saying?
That was really fucked up of us, man. I'm the first to admit it. I think I actually wrote, I don't know if I ever sent it, but I wrote Vince McMahon a letter later in life, much later, like more recently. But I was saying like how much we appreciate that we actually had that run to be able to do that. Like, that is like some shit, you know, I can fucking pull up on YouTube, Violent J gets stunned by Steve Austin. You know, it's on fucking YouTube. Like, me getting a stunner. how fucking dope is that? You know, like if that's your dream, which it was our dream forever, to be able to do that.
And we never perpetrated like it wasn't shit. Like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, we were wrestlers for a minute. Hell no, that was like a lifelong goal of ours that we achieved somehow. You know what I'm saying? So we still flip out about that every day. We ain't like, you know, when these guys walking around with big muscle guys, so yeah, whatever. You know, fuck all that. We're
fucking bands first of all. Of anything, we are marks to the fullest. Like we are straight up marks. We would be in a 6-man tag, and our partner would be in the ring, and me and Shaggy would be sitting outside the ropes. And you might wonder what they say to each other. You might wonder what they say to each other sometimes when you see them talking. I'll tell you what we were saying. What the fuck, dog? Look at this fucking arena. We're the fucking wrestling, dog. We're on fucking TV right now. We're WWE right now, dog. You'd be like, Joey and Shaggy would be like, what's our spots? I don't remember our spot. What are we doing? I'm like, I fucking thought you knew. I don't even think about it, you know. And man, we were just so fucking, but the real fun happened. No lie, the real fun happened in WCW.
Yeah, no doubt. Once we got there. We had mad respect from everybody because they had seen that we were in WWE. It was
usually everybody started the other way. WWE was where it was awesome, and WCW was fun.
And we got WCW on their decline. But we still had a blast, man.
That's why you were taking all the bumps because you couldn't remember the damn spots, man.
But yeah, right.
Like Public Enemy's throwing you to the table. What?
No bullshit. Like I've had like 2 spine surgeries on my lower back, and the most recent one was just over Memorial Day weekend. And yesterday, I was just standing outside the bus. My knees, I was like, oh shit, I threw my back out from nothing.
Damn.
So it's funny, I was telling my man right here, I was like, man, I don't want to look like an idiot because I'm walking with a hunch and sideways right now. He's just like, you look like all the other wrestlers. I guess you're right, man. I'd be ashamed of.
You know, I want to tell you guys, I know that, like, we want to tell you guys, like, the stories, the freshness of the like, real backstage stories.
Right, as real as it is.
Just to wrap up our experience in wrestling, we were in WCW.
Oh, actually, we were at ECW. Was that in between, or was that
before
WWE? Yeah.
No. The first time we got to
ECW
was before WWE.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, we went to all 3.
Whatever. Yeah.
We were in 2 runs in WCW, though. We had like a 3-month run, maybe. Then we left. Then we went back. And we were there for like another additional 2
We were actually,
months.
because you know, Vince Russo started doing us dirty when we were over there. You know, he was kind of chumping us out. And we already had it set up with Paul Heyman and everything. We were going to just jump ship live on TV to ECW, just like, and this is before motherfuckers were doing, you know, before WWF brought shit up, WWE. We were going to pull our shirts up, have ECW shirts on. We're out, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't.
But we got to do them all. And all 3, and then we even did a match in Ring of Honor when they started out.
That's right.
And we did TNA. And we take your dream of being a wrestler. We feel like we fucking pounded that shit into the floor, and we're very proud of that, man. And we'll tell you guys any kind of fresh stories. We're not afraid to tell you the exact truth, but that's our history in wrestling. You know, it was.
And now we still do our own JCW like every year. There are like after parties and a festival we put on called Gathering of the Juggalos. We still do JCW. I mean, I do commentary. I don't wrestle no more, but we are talking about maybe doing some shit next year.
Oh yeah, we got our retirement match next year because it's the 20th annual.
Whoop.
It's the 20th annual gathering, so we're gonna have our retirement match next year at the gathering. It's gonna be a 6-man
Breaking news.
And it's gonna be Shaggy, myself, and our great friend the Rude Boy, and we're gonna have a 6-man tag, and that's really gonna be our retirement, though. You know, no like how they do. You say you're retired. We're gonna be for real retired. We got one more that's gonna happen, so that's gonna be dope. But yeah, that's gonna be.
I will not be performing the leg drop from the top rope.
No moonsaults. No moonsaults.
You just hit one last year.
I'm gonna do my moonsault. Yeah, I wrestled.
I can't do mine because I won't be able to walk afterwards.
I wrestled
hard on the wheelchair.
the gathering, 17, you know.
I didn't think so.
And his foot said,
I fucked myself up, man. Like I hadn't wrestled in 8 years or something. And so we came to the galley and I had a match, and I did all my shit. I did everything. I did my dive off the top rope. And the ring is up on a stage to begin with. So when I got up at the top rope and the guys are on the floor, they're on the fucking floor to the floor, you know?
And so the stage is just as high as the ring apron, and then you have the ring on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So,
and then you have to jump extra far because they're way on the floor. And the thing about wrestling, man, when you get up there, you can't just go back down. You can't be like, oh, this is too far. No way. Down. Everybody be like, what the fuck? You ever see anybody do that? No. You get up there, you're like, I'm fucked. This is what I gotta do. There's no backing out of it. I got up on that top rope. I looked at those guys way down there, and I'm like, what am I gonna do?
guess I'll jump. Fuck it.
I'm gonna die. There's no way out, you know. But I'd rather try to look cool than look like a total bitch and climb back down. You know?
And that's the thing with wrestling too, man. It's like you're trusting these fucking dudes like 1,000% with your life when you're doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real. They say that. You hear wrestlers say that. That's real shit.
That's as real as it gets, man. Because they could have easily just went and just let you fucking go. You know what I'm saying? But no, everybody makes sure they get up under. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our basic history in wrestling. So you guys want to hear some fresh stories?
Yeah.
Like about the wrestlers?
Yes.
Because we ain't afraid to tell anything about anybody. We don't give a fuck if we get our
Anybody got like a
faces
burning question or something? Go ahead.
Let's tell them something. Let's just start telling them fresh stories, man.
Man.
Anybody got any questions? Just ask. You know what I mean?
Mine
What
are-
about Stranglemania 3?
Well, that's funny.
Well, it's not really funny, but you know.
Yeah, we kind of had. We've been on tour, like religiously, you know, and we called our friend of ours, and we said, you know, he's a guy you wrestler, juggalos know who he is, but I don't want to dollar or anything, but we put our faith in him to collect all the matches. You know, 'cause we've been on tour and we're working on an album at the same time. So we said get the matches together and then we'll come in and we'll do the commentary over it, you know. And to our surprise, he didn't get the matches together. And that might sound like a little task, but you're talking about you gotta find something that's actually entertaining.
That would shock you nowadays, you know, because we can't.
Before it can't have no commentary on it.
On the first one we came out with, you know, wasn't nobody wrestling like that besides you.
Yeah, when Stranglemania 1 came out, there was no death matches going on.
I mean, ECW had some hardcore shit going on, but there wasn't death matches like that, you know.
So the footage itself at that time was good. Then when you had
and
the
the fact
commentary,
and then the fact that we found it without commentary on it was even better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we had to find something that's gonna be good in today's world. That's really hard. But if anybody can find us, it was him, you know what I'm saying? But he never found it, so now we don't have it, and we advertised it and everything. So we're really upset about that, you know. But I don't want to point the finger, but I gotta point the fucking finger, man, because
like plus we were supposed to get paid for it. Now we ain't seeing shit.
so we're gonna.
This is fun,
It's
fun,
gonna be
man.
late,
Great.
but it's coming. It's just not here, which is really really upsetting because we try not to do that no more. To advertise something and not come through, we used to be known for that. So we haven't been like that for years, and so this is really upsetting that happened. You know what I'm saying? But what can we do, man? You know.
We get to kick it and talk wrestling.
Say what?
So we get to kick it.
That's right. We'll do the best we can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'll just tell you guys interesting freshness. If anybody has a question, just ask.
Benoit Club?
Yeah.
See? Chris Benoit.
No, it does say Benoit.
Yeah. But yeah, like, man, cause like, straight up, Chris Benoit was a scary little motherfucker, man, you know what I'm saying?
Slap the shit out of him.
Walking around, you know what I'm saying?
Check it out. They had a box to set up
Like a
backstage.
cubicle and shit, so you do interviews.
It was a box, and fucking inside there, they had the camera set up to look like it was in a locker room. Like they had Mean Gene. And how dope is it that we got interviewed by Mean Gene?
fucking great, dog.
Fuck. So crazy.
Shit, we got to do commentary with Bobby Heenan. What you talking about? Oh no, commentary.
Tony Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone.
So anyway, Mean Gene standing in front of the lockers, and you cut promos in this box. And it's in a box, so they seal off sound and everything. And
You got the light
film it.
when you're filming, it said, you know, quiet, filming.
Yeah,
and all
there's a
that
light
stuff.
on the outside that says when this light is on, they're filming.
Right.
Okay? That's for people outside that don't come knocking and shit. So they came to guys and said, you guys need to be in the box with me, Gina, cut promos. So we're like, okay.
Us two on Vampiro.
Us two and Vamp. And Vamp is a boy. Vamp is the shit. So we go to the box and the red light's on, which means somebody's in there cutting a promo. And we're just standing around whispering, talking to each other, and all of a sudden, fucking Vamp. And
You
this
can
guy-
hear him in there, you know what I'm saying, talking like, oh, Chris, my mom, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mean Gene.
Him and Vamp, they out of nowhere they bang on the fucking door, boom, 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 then they bolt, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, and before I know it, they're gone, and the fucking door flies open, and Chris Benoit just leans his face right in mine. He's got the veins in his neck, and he's like, "You motherfucker, I'm in here cutting a promo. God damn it, you don't fucking hear me." And I was totally scared to death. You know what I mean? I was just like, I couldn't think of anything to say except to tell him I'm like a little bitch. And I was like, man, Piero banged on the fucking door and ran off the dude as a joke on me. I'm so sorry. You know, he's like, he's yelling at me and spit was flying around and shit.
Don't ever do dirt around this guy.
And I was so scared. I mean, I was legit scared. You know what I'm saying? And that was our whole. After that, you know, Chris Benoit would just me mug you.
Yeah, it was the best thing because like after the shit was over, basically after your match, you know, you just bounce back to the hotel and everybody hang out at the bar in the hotel, you know. And then so like you said, like he just started me mugging us all the time. So we're at the bar, Chris Benoit just staring at us, half drunk, you know what I'm saying? The other half roid raging, you know what I'm saying? Just scary shit. And then we used to always tell our boy he's going with us, he's gonna butt rape him in the bathroom. And then the coach guy's gonna tape his ass up.
So yeah, we had that, you know, then
Bill Goldberg's story.
yeah, of course, Goldberg's story.
Yeah.
So you want to tell them?
Yeah. So all right, so you know they make you get there so early at these arenas, and you're just bored as fuck for hours, just sitting in the stands doing whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And so whatever, we're sitting like ringside or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And was Goldberg inside the?
They were inside.
Okay, yeah. So Goldberg was like inside behind the other side of the barricade, you know, by the ring or whatever. He's got his hands down his sweatpants, like fidgeting.
He's got his hands on his balls.
Like straight not outside, like down his underwear. So like, you know, obviously his balls are in his fucking bare hands, you know, bare nuts in his bare hands.
It's lounge before the match.
Right, you know what I'm saying? He's just married, nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, he's a guy. We grab our nuts, you know. But so Evan Courageous like comes down.
You guys know Evan Courageous? 3 count. They were called. It was Evan Courageous, Shannon Moore,
Shane Helms.
and Shane Helms.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's like
3 count. They did like a boy band. Yeah.
it was just Evan Courageous, and he like was walking down the other side of the barricade, right next to Bo Goldberg. And Goldberg's like, "What's up, man?" And he's just like, "Yo, man, no." He's like, "Hand all over your nuts."
He threw his hand up to the dad. What up to Goldberg? Goldberg was like, "What up?" And then Evan Courageous pulled his hand back like,
Yo, Goldberg snap. He grabbed him by the fucking throat for the real. He grabbed him by the fucking throat, lifted his ass up over the fucking guardrail, and threw him on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Just in the whole crowd, motherfucker, just, you know what I'm saying, beans, one leading the crowd way down.
Goldberg.
And then, now here goes the best part of it. Fucking the head of security guy at WCW was James J. Dillon.
No, Doug Dillinger.
Doug Dillinger, that's it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So like Doug Dillinger, he fucking seen it. He was standing right there. You know what I'm saying? The second it happened, he was just like. Just totally fucking sold his whole job out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you ain't securing shit, man.
You guys gotta understand the fucking steez of what was going on. Is silence. There's
Yeah, empty arena. You know, so you can hear
And you
voices
just hear
echoing and shit.
Goldberg yelling, it's echoing off the roof. And he's just yelling at Evan Courageous, and he chokeslammed him over the fucking
For
barricade.
real, you know what I'm saying?
Like lifted him by the neck.
Evan Courageous didn't jump for him or nothing. He just like.
And after that, you know, Evan Courageous is like, for weeks, Evan Courageous is like, you guys saw that, man? Should I sue him?
I'm like, don't get me
And
involved.
I'm like, we ain't got your back for shit. Like, we ain't seen nothing. What are you talking about? We haven't seen shit.
I was sitting there, but I was looking the other way. Somebody had called my name.
Man, that was pretty interesting, you know. And man, we had such a blast in WCW.
Oh, this one time I caught him putting oil on Disco Inferno's back. That was pretty cool.
I can't believe that happened.
He just asked me. He was like, "All right."
It was like the first day in WCW.
No,
We
it's
were
a house
fit
show.
in. We were new. doing WCW. We didn't want the reputation we had in WWE. So I'm watching this wrestler, and Disco comes up to me, Disco Inferno, and he's got a thing of baby oil. And he was like, hey man, will you fucking get my back? And I'm looking around the whole fucking locker room. Why me? You know what I'm saying?
100% for our enjoyment.
I don't even know this guy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, is this normal? Like, am I not one of the boys if I don't do this? And so I just remember Joey just looking at me, smiling. Like, what are you gonna do now? You know? And man, I just was like. I started lathering his fucking shoulders, and he had the fucking steroid pimples all over. And I'm actually rubbing his back. You know what I'm saying? It was so awful. I regret that so much.
Nitro Girl Spice.
Oh,
what?
Your Nitro girl you were trying to holler at.
Oh, I was trying to get with Spice. Yeah. Well, she had a boyfriend. No, she had a husband.
Shawn Michaels.
No.
Oh, not no.
That's a different Nitro Girl.
Dude, Spice was the one with the short hair.
Yeah, short blonde hair.
Yeah, and short hair on women to me looks
She
good.
was like too short.
You wouldn't think
He's
that's
total Steve.
something, you know, somebody be into short hair in particular. But for me, just to get into my perverted side for a minute, for me, when a girl has short hair, it just accentuates how different. And never mind. It makes her curves stand out, you know what I'm saying? So I just, even before I saw her face, I just was like, I like that girl, you know? So I try to talk to her, but there's no real story there except failure.
She did fly in for the first gathering.
She did come to my house. She spent the night in my house, you know what I'm saying? Not with me. But, you know, she was married, but she was also...
She was kicking it with Vamp, man.
She was kicking it with, what's his name? No, not
Download
Vamp.
style.
You thought she was
Yeah,
with Vamp. She
Download.
was talking to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he did.
Word is, allegedly. But yeah, so you know, that was failure. I didn't get.
Oh, here goes something cool. I've got with one wrestling rat. That was it. You know, the groupies, like, of course, a billion of them over time, but like one wrestling rat. It's fucking oh no, it's Buff Bagwell. He wasn't the rat. It was crazy because whatever, we're all hanging out in the hotel bar, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And this chick comes up and starts hollering at me, you know what I'm saying? And so eventually, you know, we're going upstairs with her. And then I look behind me, and Buff Bagwell's got her mom. And his room was right next to mine, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, I'm banging the daughter, he's banging the mom with just one little thin wall between us. I don't know, just... It was kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
I don't remember how the skins were.
We were so close to Vamp. That was like, we found us because we couldn't really relate to many people at WWE. I mean, I'm sure we could if we'd have known them better, you know, but in WCW, Vamp was like the first dude we met. And he was so fucking cool. Like, we connected so good. That made the whole ride.
And then every time we did like a six-man tag, like he just helped us carry. Because like he was saying, just like we go over the match a billion times in the locker room. The second we got out there,
Forget it all,
information
you know?
fall right out the ears. You know what I'm saying? And like so, he just carried you, tell us what the fuck to do, right on the spot in the ring. Okay, this one.
Vamp would come over and just chop the shit out of guys. Like he was, and looking back now, he was a dick to them. Because like we'd have a six-man tag, and if he even
Like,
thought,
he loved chopping people
if
for
he
real.
even thought you were maybe forgot your spot or something, he would just come over to buy time and just start chopping the shit out of guys. And it was so loud and so brutal when you're sitting right there. It's just like, pah! One of those would put me out. You know what I'm saying? And he would just start chopping the shit out of guys and be like, are you straight? And you know, you don't tag him in. It don't make sense in the match. Nothing. But he just come over to protect you like that, you know?
Right.
And
if you're in a like fucking his spot a little bit, he just walk in the ring, grab the dude by the back of his hair, and throw him at the floor. You know what I'm saying? Just to get us back on track.
And Diamond Dallas Page
coolest
is
dude ever,
for
man.
real. Everything you hear about him, he's like
Super guy.
like a guru on life. You know what I mean? And DDP was like, I was in the ring one time, and somebody came over and hit me, and you know, like I wanted to take a bump on the apron, so I just took a back bump, but somehow very strange, but I completely missed the apron, like completely, and I went to take a back bump, and I went straight to the floor, back first, boom, and it knocked the wind out of me, and I couldn't breathe, you know, and But I was able, with adrenaline, to get back into the match spot at the very end of it. I came backstage and DDP was like, "How are you, man? I saw that," you know. And I was like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fronting. I'm trying to act like it wasn't shit," you know. He said, his exact words were, he said, "Brother, you'll feel that in the morning." And I'm like, "No, I'm good, man. I'm all good." After my ribs, I thought my ribs might have been broken. I got up in the morning. I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. You know, like, and I actually saw DDP at the airport, and he saw me. You know, and he's just really in tune with what the fuck's going on. He called that exactly what was gonna happen. It's exactly what happened, you know. And I'm trying to think. That reminded me of something else. But we've had some endless.
I remember when his wife Kimberly, what do they call the fucking nitro girl? Remember her ass popped. One of her butt cheeks popped because she had silicone ass. You know?
That's one of the first ones to have a big butt.
And one of her ass cheeks popped, and they had to rush her to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember one time Eddie Guerrero and Vamp were shooting, they were fighting, legit. And the whole locker room was all crowded around the monitor, like watching. They were killing each other out there. They were like fighting. You know when it's a fight, it just looks totally different. And they were fighting for a long time. And that was really fucking something to witness. And we got to hear the whole insides of everything.
Which is nuts because every week they had us working like Kidman, Rey Mysterio, or Eddie Guerrero, or all three of them. You know what I'm saying? We had a little run right there with them, you know. So it's just like crazy. If you do end up shooting with somebody like that, you still gotta fucking wrestle them tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There's hopefully ain't no salty feelings there by then, you know.
A rematch.
You're right, yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for anything? Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you also work with Rob Black at his company, XPW?
XPW,
Yeah.
What fun stories or horror stories can you tell about that?
Oh, you got a fresh story?
I got a fresh story.
I got a fresh story. Oh, no? Yeah, with him.
So check it out. Pogo the fucking clown. Wow. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Big Pogo.
But since then, we've used them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we became friends. We used to fight with the headbangers for real.
That's
We
what I
became
said.
friends with them. But so Pogo the Clown. We're doing this spot, our first show in XPW. That was it, right? XPW.
Yeah.
Pogo the Clown. We worked out the spots, everything was fine. We're in a gorilla position, ready to go to the ring. And Pogo the Clown tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around and he said, "It's coming." Like that, you know?
Because he had the clown gimmick, John Wayne Gacy, like he came up with that first or something.
Allegedly, that's what we came up with.
Right.
Why? But he said, "It's coming." And I said,
Well,
"Hell yeah,
wrestlers
man."
are kind of like that, because Hugh Morrison, he had beef with you because you did a moonsault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember that, Hugh Morrison?
I said, I told Pogo, I said, "Hell yeah, man, it's coming. We're gonna get it." It's coming. You know, and I was just like, what? You know what I'm saying? Pick nothing up. We go out to the ring. I get in the ring with Pogo. He threw me into the ropes. He was supposed to clothesline me. He just went. I just caved my whole fucking chest. I mean, it was so incredibly fucking brutal. You know, I was done. It was a wrap for me. That was my entire XPW experience. That was it.
It's actually,
Did he pin you after that?
I was done. I couldn't walk. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't walk the next day. I believe I stayed in the hotel because I couldn't walk. Like I stayed another night. I was so fucked up.
Because it was a couple weeks later, we were supposed to do something. You didn't go because you were still fucked up.
Yeah.
And it ended up being me and Vamp versus.
You guys wrestled. You had a sweet ass match. Damien 666.
Halloween. Yeah. Which is
Sweet
crazy
ass match.
because them dudes don't speak English. You know what I'm saying? They only speak Mexican or Spanish.
He was so good. He was so good.
Thank God Vamp like speaks Mexican real well. Like he's like bilingual like to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
They
So,
were
like,
gonna, in WCW, they were gonna put the cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Well, actually two matches short of getting the strap. But yeah, so it was crazy because like we went over the match. I'm just sitting there like a dumbass, not understanding nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to like act it out. And then and so we get in there, and I didn't know what happened the whole match. They're just like fucking. I was just getting whipped around, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just grab my legs and put them on their neck, and then just jump for me and stuff. So that was pretty fucking crazy right there.
He was really fucking good, man. He was really good. You know?
Yeah, because they started having us feud with Lenny and Lodi. You know what I'm saying? And Lenny was a cruiserweight champion, and then they wanted us to like separate from each other.
That was our idea, though.
Yeah, and battle like 2 different people, and then fight each other, and then the winner of that was supposed to like get the strap, and they were gonna put me over. So, but we ended up walking out on them too. So it's like just like that, like 3 weeks short. Now I have that belt.
How dope would that have been, man? Brady would have been cruiserweight title. If we'd have left with that belt and never.
I stole that bitch.
I collect belts now. I collect green worn belts that were actually green worn. I buy them on eBay and shit. I got a pretty dope collection of some shit that was. I got a belt Undertaker wore. I'm not Undertaker. I'm sorry. Ultimate Warrior. The baby blue, metal strap on my wall. So fresh. Anyway, so yeah, we WCW was just like something about the madness and the chaoticness.
We were on the house show tour.
Yeah, we did the house show.
Just had so much fun doing that.
We were on the show in Florida the first time Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart ever locked up.
And somehow Hulk Hogan's kid was marking out, what's his name, that kid that got into the accident? Yeah, Nick. Yeah, somehow because he was only like that big thing, you know what I'm saying? And Hogan was like, hey, brother.
Hogan was like,
Oh, Hulk Hogan. Yo, it don't matter where he's at, he's fucking Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? He don't put hat and glasses on, nothing. You just see him walk on the fucking airplane, full Hollywood Hogan in it. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucking awesome.
he's not gonna be able to.
It's not like he can hide anyhow, you know, putting a hoodie on is not gonna help him.
Right. When we were kids, another thing about the secret laws of attraction, when we were kids, we used to talk about forever how great it would be to be stuck on an airplane sitting next to Hulk Hogan. Because you could just sit there and you can't escape. That's a scene. So you can sit there and interview him and ask every question you've ever wanted to know. Hulk Hogan right next to you. And we used to talk about how great that would be and how awesome it would be. And then that's when we were little kids. All those years later, man, we're sitting up in the first class, and who walks in? I mean, walks around the corner onto the plane.
There's no mistaking who it was. That
Right.
Washington.
Magic marker and everything. And he fucking walks in, and he sat right behind us, and we're like, oh, that fucking close.
Yeah, that's what his arms are. Clones.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. We're thinking, man, the Hulkster's behind us. How great is this? But you know, we're thinking, he don't have a clue
He's
about
fucking
us.
Hulk
He don't know
Hogan.
nothing about us, you know. And we're just sitting there like, fuck open, you know. And then all of a sudden we just feel this big, gigantic ass catcher's mitt hands on our shoulders, and he's like, "What's up, clown?" And we're like, "Fuck yeah!" That was so awesome.
That's cool.
It was so fucking great, you know. And yeah, so that was really fucking cool. We got some, you know, it's very important you guys know this. We are extreme fans. Like that is, like, fans is not a big enough word, you know.
You know, I know all the territory knowledge from all the back in the day, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever there is to know about like, even the history of wrestling, I know it, you know what I'm saying?
So
that's not even on purpose, it's just...
To be smoking a joint with Terry Funk at
Double
Double
Cross
Cross
Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. His wife answers the fucking phone. Double Cross Ranch, Amarillo, Texas. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy,
I
right?
can't
She
even tell you
cooked his cornbread and beans. Oh, man.
That experience of hanging with Terry Funk at the Double Cross Ranch, like, I fucking cried.
Smoking a joint with him in his cow milking barn. He's got mad acres.
He don't even smoke weed.
No, neither do I. And I was like, fucking pass it to me.
You don't know he talks about you in his book, right? His autobiography. He talks
I
about
know.
Yeah.
I read
How
every
cool
book
is
that
that,
comes out.
man?
The day it comes out, everybody
cool is
said.
that?
And I just couldn't believe the honor to be in his, like our name in the pages of his book.
His illustrious fucking history and all his shit. He's
It's
on
almost-
wrestling.
he loved the
And
game.
he mentions us. You know what I'm
It's
saying? That's
almost,
insane.
I don't even know what could make me more prouder than that, you know? And then Eddie Guerrero, same thing. You know, we're in his book, and he's speaking so highly of us. Like, Eddie Guerrero's putting us over so much in his book. It's fucking insane to me, man, because we're not those motherfuckers that'll act like that ain't shit. You know, we can't even get over being overwhelmed. I have to take medication from a fucking therapy person to cope
Psychiatrist.
with the overwhelmingness of that type of shit in my life. You know, like every single day of my life, it goes through my brain how incredibly fortunate we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never gonna be normal. It's always gonna be holy shit, you know? We go down there, we see fucking Scott Hall, oh fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we know he's our boy, like, for real friends. Like, not like acquaintances, friends.
Yeah, cool.
But still I mark out for him every time I see him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask music questions if you're cool with it.
Sure.
All right. So one, I know you kind of back with Isham's off and on.
Like your shirt, by the way.
But thank you. I mean, for my opinion, as a, you know, since 1986 as a 16-year-old kid, I'm fucking 38 and still here doing this. Like for me, like when you and Isham are together, you tend to both make really fucking good music.
Oh, no question.
So is that kind of what's happening at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isham,
Isham's at a whole other level than he used to be back in the day. He's all healthy now and shit.
I know.
He's
I just saw him
he's
on
cool as motherfucker,
that last
man.
tour or whatever.
We
Yeah.
love Isham.
Yeah.
He's like, we're incredibly close.
Yeah.
Been
And-
together forever.
okay. And so I mean, ideally, you three are working together on your stuff and his stuff collectively.
Not so much his
we
stuff.
haven't-
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
okay.
not working on his stuff.
Okay.
We're like still balls deep working on our stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
helping us with the new album.
All right, and then that's the follow up. Is like, what is the sound or what is the overall theme and whatnot?
Man, it's all like old school theme with mad new school sound,
Mad
with
anger.
old school sound
Mad
mixed
anger.
in
Well,
with it.
again, as a fan, I'm glad when you guys are angry because you tend to make better music. So,
Yeah. Right.
right,
Said
so
that, people tell us the other thing though, is that they like us really, really positive too.
right,
So we did it all a little
right.
There's
Th-
positivity
That's
in this
just
record, but the majority of it is anger. And
Anger.
fuck
The
you, you know?
theme is, like what I was talking about at the beginning of this, you know, positivity, like, right?
Right, I
Thinking
got you.
positive
I'm
in
just-
yourself.
yeah.
Like, meaning that, not corny positivity.
right,
music-wise.
right.
Like, the whole fucking thing to Fred Fury is fucking, you know, everybody's constantly crying about how life sucks. Life sucks, you know. Tell that to a motherfucker in his coffin. Tell that to somebody dead that life sucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm included. I used to say life sucks all the time. Life sucks and crying about this and that, crying about everything. Man, this is our one shot at life. We don't know if there's anything else after death. We can hope. We don't know what the fuck's happening when we die. This is our one shot right here. We get to be us, looking out of our eyes, looking at our hands. One time. How you gonna spend that time? Bitching and moaning about shit? But you gotta make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Fearless Fred Fury is he punishes people that
For being bitches.
that are bitches, that sit there and complain about, like, you know, like they sit there and complain about, you know, everything all their life and say, I'm a loser, I'm a scrub, I don't have nothing because I'm a scrub. You know, I was raised a scrub, I want to be a scrub. Well, that's a cop out. You know what I'm
So
saying?
was I.
Don't be a scrub. I mean, you can be a scrub meaning you don't judge and you don't put your nose up to anybody. That's the kind of scrub we are. But being a scrub in life sucks.
But
You know what I'm
the
saying?
big thing of it too is fight back. You know what I'm saying?
Fight back.
Fight back.
Have dignity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something bothers you, if you're mad fat and you can't get no girls and you can't breathe right because you're mad fat, fight back. You know what I'm saying? Get skinny. Like, quit bitching about it. You know, if you're mad skinny and you can't get no girls and you can't lift the box because you're mad skinny, fight back. You know what I'm saying? Eat, motherfucker, work out. You know, fight back. This is your shot, your time. And time is incredibly important. That's all we got. Time is worth more than pussy, money, anything. Nothing is valuable as time. You know what I'm saying? Time is, when you're out of time, where the fuck you going?
And our parents were right, man. The older you get, the quicker that shit goes by.
For sure.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Time, you know, make the best of your time is what I'm saying. You know, make the fucking best of your fucking time, man. Because it runs out. It's always going. Even when you're sleeping, checking off. Whatever you're doing, time is going.
Checking off on
Ticking.
pictures.
And you only got so much. You got a wallet. And you're constantly giving dollar bills out. That shit will run out. That's your time. You're doing it right now. Listen to me babble. I'm taking up some of your time in your life, and I'm appreciative of that. But everybody make the most of your fucking life. I don't give a fuck if I sound corny, man. I was a millionaire at 26 years old. Whoop, whoop. I was corny about that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, we know what we're saying. You don't get to be, I'm 46 years old. You don't get to be 46 being a dumbass. You know, we know what we're doing to that extent. you know, to say, make the most of your time and to be right about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Anyway, we're telling us we gotta go. We're so
Yeah,
deeply
thank you
sorry.
so much. Yeah, sorry about that.
About being late, you guys.
Listening to us talk, you know what I'm saying?
I wish there was a way to make it up, man.
We
Like,
got time to take a few quick pictures.
sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Absolutely, man. We're very sorry, you guys, about being late.
Get rid of this table.
No, man, it's all good. You got